Hey everybody, welcome to the nightly vid. What we saw today was the healthcares, inside quarter to the upside. When it comes to the strat, every time frame is a signal. So what does that mean? You can take it right there, right? Where's the stop? It'd be down there at 40 cents, right? It just breaks and goes. It's a beautiful thing because you'll see they open in force, boom. And then if you missed it, how do you get in? Triangle layout, right? You'll see we had some lower lows in here. We had the reclaim, the inside signal, inside up, boom, gets you in all day, all day. And if you're a 30-60 guy, here's your 30, you're in. Here's your 30, you're in. Boom, reduce at the close. Beautiful stuff. It's not all-time highs yet, so you still got a ways to go. We saw REGN did break the quarter up. Now it did go exhaustion risk. So more than likely you're going inside tomorrow here. Like so. We saw LLY. Boom. Look at this daily PMG. They're gone. See LLY. We talked about this. This is really important stuff. Let me show you. When did we talk about LLY? Well, they had the quarter here, but what else did they have? Goodness. You'll remember, if we jump all the way back, see this, the inside week LLY. What does that do? It tells us it's going up there, back to 1,000. Right? This is great stuff. And we are very adamant about this because when you have setups like that, you have a long ways to go. You can buy, and so long as it does not come back to your entry price, you're good to go. In this case, did I not put LLY's ticker in the tweet? It's a shame. Yep, here it is. You're going to see this. Beautiful stuff. And the way it works is this, right? Once you get that signal on the week, as long as it doesn't come back, you're good, right? What does this tell you? We reclaim that low. Well, as long as we don't get anywhere near that, where's it going? Up there. So super cool stuff there. And then if you're a quarterly guy, we mentioned this for the quarter, 2-2 quarters. So anytime we're above this, 8-20-22 this quarter, we want to know about LLY. We'll see if Amgen can get her going. We mentioned this last night's vid. RevStrat month, boom, it was 4% in a day. Right, you're gonna see this. They just break and they're gone. We love to see that stuff. Now for tomorrow, they might go an inside day, which would be welcomed, but you have this. So if you're like, I missed it. We have 3 months, guy. 59 more days left of the quarter, right? If this opens 2-2 tomorrow, full time frame continuity, right? They're still going. So we can continue to watch these types of names. And we'll have more to talk about there shortly. If we go to indexes, what do we talk about? When a new quarter, new month opens, we look for simultaneous breaks because hedge funds, institutions, new players entering the market, right? We have a new quarterly group. So what does that tell you? When we have a simultaneous break, we have reason to believe that could work, right? 2-2-60 SPY. How do you know to do that? Well, for $150 a month, we'll tell you about that right up in here. SPY Qs, 2-2-60s to break the dailies, and they did break in force. So you'll see SPY simultaneous 60 triggers 3-2 day, triggers 2 up week, quarter, and month. Qs 2-2-60 did go up, comes back, but it was simultaneous, so we can hold on to that. Breaks the week. You'll see it breaks a 2-2 to the upside, takes them out, breaks a month, quarter. So notice your hammer month here, still good. 183 days later. It's been nearly 200 days since we told you the market would bottom out, and it did. It's amazing. You'll see in there, right, semis, 3-2 simultaneous break with all those guys. We go to tech, 3-2 simultaneous break. So you just buy them all and you just hold. And then, going into the close, you still hold, right? Those things stayed up. So we had healthcare is really going, tech and semis going. to the upside today. And the beauty of the scanner is this. To start the new quarter, you see 2 down, 2 up quarter, 367 quarterlies, which actually is false. Sorry. Thought it had updated. Should be updated now. We're going to look at those quarterlies and monthlies, and that's what we're going to go through tonight. So, oops. So 2 down, 2 up quarters. You can see we have a few. There might be some data problems in here. We rarely get the time to check those quarterlies. So like if we go to LLY, that is a 2 down, 2 up quarter. Actually, no, it is showing up, so that's good. So forgive me. But you'll see LOI is one of the biggest names doing that. AAON, JD, then some utility stuff. So JD, 2 quarter, it's going up there. 41.81, you got some range. Good for small count guys. WTRG, gap up sell, so maybe an outside quarter. And if that goes 3-2 tomorrow, oof. Might have some issues in WTRG. All right. We'll see if that WTRG does anything, but AAON, you'll see the 2-2 quarter as well. So quarterly names, AAON Industrials, LLY Healthcares, and then JD and the Chiners, 2 down, 2 up. You'll also see what Skechers, which I don't think exist anymore, so it looks like just data error there. Now if we go to 1, 2 up to start the quarter, healthcare, healthcare, healthcare. REGN starts as the quarter up, so we'll see. All right, let's see if those inside days occur. Merrick Health starts inside quarter PMG. We love the look of that one. Triangle layout, and then maybe they bring them back. PCVX, never heard of it, but does start as inside quarter up. After yearly magnitude. GameStop also goes quarter up, which is interesting here. Inside quarter GameStop, you can see ever since the shenanigans way back when. What do we talk about? We talked about this. How are you going to get out of this, right? How long has that been? It's been 1,644 days since we knew not to be, expecting any crazy stuff in GameStop. Now, intraday, right, intra-week, intra-month, you might have some moves, right? Which you can see there is like $50 move in here. But outside of that, right, this goes mother bar again. So this is mother bar within mother bar. No, thank you. You can be watching it if you want. Right, it is a meme stock. Rost, consumer cyclicals, Rost. Double inside quarter up. Financials met, goes inside quarter up, but shooter day. And financials did go 3-2 down today. So go to Met. Sorry about that. Go to Met. Put that on the 2-2 list for tomorrow. Then real estate's VTR, so not too much else there. Let's go 3-2 up quarter. It's like ASML, we have a data error. Sorry about that, guys. It's going to be a longer vid since we're going to be diving into more stuff. My mouth does not hurt anymore, so that is a good thing. All right, Lockheed Martin is a 3-2 up quarter to start. You've been ripping them, if you remember. Inside week down here to reclaim all of that as they do. Baba. Continuation quarter. Still rev strat year up, if you recall at the beginning of the year. Let's going. More data problems with BKKT. With Visco, so we have a few problems with 3-2s. It seems to be on like lesser traded names, so that's okay. All good. As far as things that confirm, we'll see Tesla. 2 up quarter again reconfirming. So they bought last quarter, came back for more, which could cause the year to become a 2. Get us out of this yearly triangle like this. Broadening expansions do occur. And this would be a long-term broadening expansion where Tesla maybe gets out of it, or maybe it comes back in, or if they want to go shooter or something, bring them through. But we're looking for all those all-time highs first for certain. And that is included in your XLY Tesla. TMO, more healthcares, continuation. If you recall TMO, triangle layout, reclaim 2-2 month. Now inside month up, reconfirm, still going. Looks like AMAT's reconfirming back to bright green quarter, buying more. iNod, no idea. Western Digis reconfirming again. Last quarter's 3-2 quarter, if you recall from our quarterly vid. Last quarter, it's up 100% off of that. Very good for you guys. TER, if you recall from last quarter's quarterly vid, 3-2-2, fun to say, fun to do, off of a reclaim level. Yeah, right. 54% of magnitude, and they're still going. So TER, AMAT in your chips. Also got NVIDIA confirming the quarter. AbbVie in the healthcares from our double inside month, if you recall from back in here. 2-2-2-2, still going. Roku from last quarter's quarterly vid takes out its magnitude. Is a double inside year reversal. So, you got some of the very big names reconfirming. So you're good to go there. As far as names to the downside are concerned, CTVA, Rutro. That's a 3-2-2 to the downside on the quarter. Yikes. Back through previous range, good. Consumer cyclicals, MGNI. XLY. So MGNI 322, DKNG 222. You got magnitudes to take out all these nearby pivots. Potentially DKNG, you could get her dropping 32% off that. Dollar Tree, two, or is it a 3? I can't recall. Yeah, 2-2 reversal shooter. Tells you to take a look at Dollar General also. Then you got financials, Ben 322. I believe that's regional banks. Could be wrong. Ace 2-2 down. Yikes. Definitely some financial trouble there. In the healthcares, while they were all going up, DXCM goes down. Let's see. VRRT in the financials. Yeah, this one's not looking too hot either. Now your triangle would be drawn like this, right to left. You got the new lows, you got the new highs. 322 VRRT. More consumer cyclicals. Shake Shack 322 off all-time highs. I personally don't like Shake Shack. Like, their chicken just not good. The shakes are good, but very sugary. So we'll get Shack on that list. You got a lot of range to come back through. So if this starts chugging along, right, we drop 20%, who's to say we don't, go even further? Floor and Decor Holdings, F&D, shooter down, more consumer cyclical. Hilton Worldwide, 2-2 back down as well, more consumer cyclical. So broadening formation 3, lower low, higher high. Maybe they bring them back. Low last quarter's lows. Pinterest, I would consider consumer cyclical as well, which is also quarters down. So you can see some cyclical stuff they're getting rid of. Then as far as inside down, you got more cyclicals on, inside down. Let's maybe take a look at Nike potentially. Nike's making a little bit of a comeback. Bros, Dutch Bros, also inside down. Tells me to take a look at Starbucks. Also could be going inside down PMG of all these guys. So what we can do is you can set alerts on the ones that have not broken yet. Those are the ones we can go after. Set a better alert. You can also take a look at those dailies and see if you got anything to trigger. So right now they're sideways. What I'd want to see is this. Higher highs, then puke. Right, similar to here. Higher highs, then puke. And then India Industrials DE is also quarter down. So we got a few names down. Let's see any 3-2s down. We're having really big problems here. PHR. Not much meat on that bone. HDB. That's 2-2. HTB is a good name here. Essentially come back through here. That'll be 27%. However, there's not a 3-2. TRI in the healthcares. It's interesting. On the list, TRI. So when all the healthcares are buying, and this is below last quarter's lows and full time frame continuity down, that tells you institutional selling. So that's potentially a bigger problem. Now we're going to do the same exact scans, but we're going to look at the months. Reddit shooter month down. That's a problem. DocuSign. Sarah's a really good name from the other day. She'd alerted the short. It was at like 81.13 or 80 is like 80.83 or something. And wow, that's what we like to see. You can see when signals break and go, they really go. This is what you're searching for, especially if you're playing weeklies. You're like, you got the PMG, it breaks and starts really going. It's like, got them. And then that's 10,000% real easy. But you got to search for that, right? And it takes a lot of effort to go through a lot of charts if you're only going to look for those types of names. You'll see United Airlines coming in. There'll also be American Airlines, maybe. Okay. Delta Airlines, also potentially. All right. So Jets, which will be UAL, DAL, PMG. A little star next to that. Like PMGs. And they could cause quarters down if they do kick in. Home Depot month down. Home builders were a little bit more firm today. Lowe's goes month down. Now they may reclaim that, right? But for now they are down on the month. Carnival Cruise Lines month down. Royal Caribbean 312 down. You can see ever since that hammer month, really nice. And then inside signal against changes that for now. So they can reclaim it and we could get a nice 3 in there. Some more smaller cyclical names. I forgot to sort by ATR. So Netflix does start his month down, maybe a quarter down. It's still firm for now. CRM starts his month down. Momentum shooter day if they're going to get her puke in with full time frame continuity. Right. Autodesk. So you can see it takes a month down, and this is why you don't have to be the first one on those bigger signals, because what if it goes 2-2 tomorrow, right? That's going right back up. So you wear that. Those airlines look really nice. Deck in the cyclicals. Rev strat. Ooh, I like VSAT. Not sure if they have weeklies in here, but if they do, above that, 29.94 could kick them in. After a weekly triangle layout, sign me up. Star next to her. That's in your tech. More financials, TROW. Got some PMG in there now. It's not going to be the craziest thing. $14. And now we're starting to get into some of the lesser names. Comcast, they're double inside year down, quarter continuation, and 2-2 month down. So they're just getting wrecked. AT&T starts off by getting wrecked, so we did not see those things firm up. Verizon, not so much. But that's about it. 2 up, 2 down on the month. 2-2 to the upside on the month. Utilities, CEG, which has been a pretty good, strong utility name. Microsoft, rev strat month up. Oh, yeah. We have rev strats. We love them because you got more than one pivot. You got all 3 of these to target. Already talked about Amgen, but we'll have it in there. And since it has two signals, I'll put a star next to it because we have the potential for the quarter signal, and you have healthcare's going, and you have the monthly signal. So, and it has a weekly 3-2 reversal. If you recall from Monday night's vid, we mentioned this here, Amgen. Right, and this is beautiful stuff. IQV in the healthcares, rev strat month up, and you see the 2-2 here to time the bottom of this triangle. Hammer month confirms it. DHR in the healthcares, hammer month up, closer to continuing the quarter. I'll put a star next to IQV because it's a measured move. Forgot to do that. You'd see they buy it up $60, 2 months inside, another $60 puts you up here. So they might be willing to do that. Dell takes the month up. And if you recall, Dell from our monthly vid, again, 183 days ago, right here, you're in. And easy as that. Triangle out and get her in. RVTY, no idea what these guys do. Revity. Maybe it reverses the month. You got a broadening formation in here, so they might tick up into these guys, but not sure. Urban. It's a 3-2-2. And that is going to be in your consumer cyclicals. ASO. I believe we probably talked about this in the quarterly vid. We didn't have any drawings here, right? So I don't know. But the hammer month confirming that quarter reversal from a little bit ago. Back through a range. Now, not the biggest mover. But you got it. AEP utilities, NEE utilities, PEG utilities. A lot of utilities are like kind of up, kind of down. You can see XLU, if you recall, from our Monday morning here, right, when we saw potential profit taking to end a quarter on the indexes, which we saw, utilities, they started rotating into there towards the end of the quarter, and they're still in there doing their thing. More utilities, D. A lot of potential reversals back down. NI, EXC, then WTRG, which is already really weak as a 3, which is why it's on our list. We see a lot of utilities, they took them up, but they might be bringing them back down. Then SMCI 2-2 up in the semis in the month. You can see that monthly signal break. Boom. Bye. Love it. I wish I had time to get those monthlies out last night. I apologize. It's a shame when you have like a big day like this and you're like, well, we didn't have all the signals we could have. But, you know, just healthcare's alone did amazing. And if you take a look at literally what we said last night, oh, my computer, 1 second. But we had the vid. We said specific focus, quarterly focus. And there's a reason for it, right? We knew those healthcares were already going up to start the week. Let's see right here. XLV sector focus. That does not get more clear. Right? And the reason is because we saw those signals setting up and they're already buying it. So it was really easy to just be like, hey, I'm gonna buy more. Hit the button again, you know? That being said, let's see if we got any 3-2 up months. More problems. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with these 3-2s. I'm sorry about that, guys. Z-scaler. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, so our 3-2 scans, they're getting the 3-2s, but they're also getting a lot of other stuff, which should not be there, which is a shame. Normally it's not like that, so it's kind of weird. What we can do is like this. And this is why, you know, of course I want the platform to work perfect, but this is why we made it the way we did. Because if there's a little problem like this, well, what can we do to fix that? Well, we could go on the 30th of last month, look at the 3s on the month, which maybe we have to go a day more back. Oops, set up, my bad. So we look at the 3s, we can copy that over. And these are going to be only 1-3s, which again, we just have trouble with the 3s. We still need to work out, which should be a quick fix. I just haven't pushed them on it. We've got the algo and stuff we're working on too. If we go here, we can just be like, okay, well, are any of these a 2 up, right? And like, okay, VRT crisp galaxy, perfect. Now we got our list, VRT. That's also why we do paste the list. And it looks like we had problems here too. So it looks like we just had problems with the 3 scan. And we'll have to talk with the devs and work through that. But yeah, it looks like we just have issues, so my bad. But that being said, now let's go take a look at our daily setups for tomorrow. We got 118 daily signals. I realize this video is getting long, so we're just going to leave it here. This is what we've got going into tomorrow night for the daily setups. As far as your quarterly and monthly names, these are the things starting off. Moving, it's going to be a longer list because we have those quarterlies and monthlies included in there, but that's what we see. Adios, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you in the morning.